Good afternoon, boys and girls. Maybe good morning. I'm not sure when you're going to see this video. Mr. D here, and I'm going to do another math video lesson on module lesson 9.7, which is on subtracting using the compensation strategy. Now, last week we did subtraction among zeros, which is kind of easy, right? Well, so we don't always subtract with zeros, so sometimes we have those really tough ones. And we need a compensation method to work on that. Okay. Sometimes it's easier to change the numbers just a little bit. Okay. Let me show you something. I'm going to share my screen. Actually, I'm going to switch videos. Okay. So we have this problem here: 178 plus 56. Okay. Now this isn't subtraction, but you can use, we're using the compensation method for this. So this is actually might be tough for us to add quickly in our minds, to use our math minds, right? But one thing we can do is called the compensation method. Okay. Now here's I'll show you how it works. Okay. How do we get from 178 to 180? Yep, that's right. We add 2. So I'm going to add 2 here. And to get from 178 to 180, we add 2. Well, what we do to 178, we also have to do to the 56. So 56, we're also going to add 2. And what does that equal? What's 56 plus 2? That's right, it's 58. Okay, now this makes it a little easier to add. I'll show you what I mean. Okay, right here I have that same problem. The original problem was 178 plus 56. Okay, so originally I would have started here at 178, but remember, we jumped up 2. We did a plus 2 to make it to 180. Okay, now I can add 58 a little easier, jumping in the number line. Okay, remember, I want to jump 58. Okay, so I started at 180. To jump 58, a real easy number is to jump to 200. And so 180 to 200 is plus 20. Okay, remember, I want to jump 58, so I'm not done yet. Okay, I'm going to jump 10. And so I land at 210. Okay, so far I've jumped 20 plus 10, that's 30. I need to jump another 10 to make it 220. So far I've jumped 20, 30, 40. I'm going to jump another 10 to make it 50. Now I land at 230. And then I'm going to add 8. So I can land at 238. Now for you, some of you kids out there might have said, Mr. D, we're at 200 here, and I would jump 20. I need to jump 50. I could have jumped 30. Yeah, if you're one of those kids that are, you want to do a big jump of 30, sure, go ahead and do that. We're going to land at the same spot. 20 plus 30 plus 8 is 38. I like to break my 30 down into 3 10s. That's okay, but some of you kids might want to jump the full 30. But either way, we end up at 238 as our answer. It would have been the same thing if we did the harder way, 178 plus 56. Okay, it would have been a little easier, but not really. Okay, I'm going to give you another problem. Let's go ahead and use the compensation method on this problem. Okay, it's 374 minus 197. Okay, remember, I want to make it easy on myself. Okay, so for me, I think it'd be easier if I subtracted 200. Okay, so how do I get to 200? What did I do to 197 to make it 200? That's right, I added 3. So 197 plus 3 makes it 200. Remember, what I did to the 197, I also have to do to the 374. So let's add 3 to that. And what does that give us? That is 377 minus 200. Now I know in my math mind that is a lot easier to jump back on a number line than 197. Okay, let's go ahead and look at that problem on a number line. Yep. So remember, our original problem was 374 minus 197. Okay, I would have been here, and I would have to jump back 197. In my mind, I don't really want to do that. I think it's easier if we added 3 to both numbers to get 377 minus 200. So now we're here, 307 minus 200. Okay, now I can jump back a whole 100, and I land at 277, and then another 100 to make it minus 200, and I land at 177. And so the answer is 177. For me, that was a lot easier than 374 and then trying to find where 197 jumps backwards in the number line. I can easily jump 200s to make a jump of minus 200. So that's using the compensation method. Okay. Let's go ahead and look in our, you should get a math packet from your teacher on lesson 97. Okay. And up here, it just talks about how this one kid, Robert, was using these base 10 blocks to find the difference between 305 and 98. And then what they did here was use a compensation method. They jumped, instead of subtracting 198, they subtracted 200. Okay, which is similar to what we did up here. So up here you can see they subtracted 200. Okay, and they landed. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing here. 407 minus 299. Okay, to me that is difficult. What is an easier number to subtract by? I think 300 is easier to subtract by. But how do we get from 299 to 300? That's right, we just added 1. So whatever we do to this side, we're going to do to the other side. 407 plus 1 is 408. Now we have to subtract in the number line. 408 minus 300. Okay, but we're going to jump forward this time on the number line. So instead of subtracting, we're going to jump forward. So I know 400. So originally it would have been here 299. Okay, but we added some numbers. So we're gonna start at 300 over here in the number line. I'm gonna jump up to 408, and the amount of jumps is what the difference is. Okay, so we start at 300. I'm gonna jump 100, and I land at 400. Okay, now remember, I want to land at 408. So really simple. I'm just going to jump 8, and I land at 408. And the difference, we're going to add our jumps up. So that equals 108. A lot easier than 407 minus 299. Okay, that was your step. And let's go ahead and look at the step up over here. Now, what's great about this step up is that we do not have to find the answer. They just want to know what would you change the numbers to make it easier to subtract by. Okay, so let's do a couple together, and then you're going to do the rest on your own. Okay. Let me make sure I have. Okay, I want to make sure you guys see it. Okay, so right here we got 64 minus 39, and I think it'd be easier if we subtracted from 65. Okay, but how did I get from 64 to 65? Real easy, I just added 1. So if I'm going to add 1 to 64, I'm going to add 1 to 39, and that makes it 40. That's easier to subtract by. Okay, the next one, 87 minus 52. Okay, I do not want to subtract 52. I think it'll be easier if we subtracted 50. But how do I get there? Well, that's right, minus 2. 52 minus 2 is 50. So remember, what I do to one side, I gotta do the other. So 87 minus 2 is 85. Okay, and we don't have to solve it. Okay, what you have to do is decide what is it easier to subtract by, or what is it easier to subtract from. Okay, here you can choose. Do you want to subtract from 130? Or do you want to subtract 75? You decide, but remember, whatever you do to one side, you do the exact thing to the other. Okay, you decide. So you're going to go ahead and do C, D, E, and F the same way. You don't have to solve it. That's the best thing. Now here we do have to solve it. Okay, here we do have to solve on number 2, but you need to show your jumps on the number line. Okay, let's do a quick one here together. Okay, 82 minus 59. What do you guys want to subtract by? Okay, let's subtract by 60. Okay, so to turn 59 to 60, we added 1. And so if we add 1 to 59, we have to add 1 to 82, which makes it 83. Okay, now let's go ahead and subtract. From 83, we're going to go back 60. I'm going to do what I bet what some of you guys are doing. I'm going to jump back 50. Okay, remember, I want to jump back 60. 83 minus 50 is 33. Am I done yet? Am I done yet? Nope. I need to jump back another 10 so that I know I'm jumping 60, because 50 plus 10 is 60. So what is 30 minus 10? 23. And our answer is 23. Okay, so you decide, kids, what you want to jump, how you going to make it easier for yourself. To me, this is easier than if I did 82 minus 59. I'd rather use a compensation method, so it's easier for me and for my thinking. All right, let me switch cameras here and get back to our lesson. All right, so go ahead and finish 9.7. Your teacher should have given you this page. I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you enjoy your Friday and a great weekend. I heard it might rain this weekend, but hopefully that's okay, because we had a great sunny week. All right, boys and girls, enjoy 9.7. Thank you.